Welcome everybody to this call of the SAP SME SEEDx Development Challenge. For those who are new to this call, welcome to this kickoff call that we have organized by Yatsi and myself together with the SEEDx organizing team. Right, so this is a yearly challenge that we actually encourage partners to innovate and also develop interesting solutions for their customers. Okay, so this kickoff call will actually explain the details and also to highlight some of the success that partners have developed before. So this is the agenda for today in the 45 minutes call. This session will be recorded as well. So after this call, we will actually send out the recording if you have missed out any part during this kickoff call itself. Right, then we will actually share more details on this round of the development challenge for 2020, working our way up to the Road to Summit for next year. And we will end the call with a quick Q&A if for those who have any further questions that you would like to ask us. So before we begin, let's have the opening address for the SME SEEDx initiative. So before we hand the time over to Stefan or Erwan, we just want to really thank them for the support. This initiative has been ongoing for the past 2 years really. So this is the third round that we are running, and we have achieved results which later I will elaborate more in the subsequent slides.
Jacob, thanks. And I think I can give the thank you, first of all, back to you and Jens. We're really very happy that the SEED program had such an impact over the last 2 or 3 years. We started that as a bit of a test balloon. And I think it's fair to say that it has really catapulted Asia at the forefront of this whole intelligent enterprise story. And yeah, thanks to Jacob, thanks to Yatsi for driving this, but also specifically thanks to all the developers and everyone else involved who've made this a great success story. I think it's fair to say that what we're doing this year with the IE Select program couldn't have been possible in its sheer numbers if we wouldn't have laid the seed with this in the last 2 or 3 years. So without further ado, I hope that all of you, or as many of you as possible, can participate in the next round. Jacob will explain all the details. And again, thanks a lot for making Asia probably the #1 region in the world right now when it comes to adopting all the new technology that we've talked about in the last year.
If you've been attending the different innovation summit and all the calls that the LP organization are running, intelligent enterprise is more and more relevant to us, and will allow us to not only compete but also to win against the competition. So that's a challenge that I'm very keen on and that I'm supporting very strongly. I can see that the audience is largely coming from India as usual. So you set again the bar very high, but please be sure that Stefan and myself, we are also going to motivate other market units to go and to compete so that we can have outstanding solution that we can present on stage this year at the Innovation Summit. And I wish you guys all the best and looking forward to see all the cool development and the cool innovation that you're going to come up with.
Jacob, back to you.
As you all are aware, or probably received a lot of emails from all of us in revolving around the stories of intelligent enterprise that we have talked a lot about at the start of the year and in the summit as well. So we have actually ran development workshops, i.e. intelligent enterprise roadshows, more for selected partners, and we open it up to other partners as well to ramp up on the emerging technology knowledge for developers, and as well as for pre-sales and sales person and the organizational wide on how you can actually pitch IE to your customers. Okay, so actually for this year, these are a few approach that we have highlighted. For the IE Select, we have actually helped you to the market to actually run follow-up calls with you for partners. And then on the pre-sale side, where I actually mentioned about increasing the competitiveness in the market itself, how you can actually pitch it better to your customers. For this call, we're focusing more on the SEEDx. It's like a playground for developers to develop solutions, to develop your ideas based on the customer use case as well. So this will be a competition between partners. We actually kick off a developers week to basically run through sessions from our solution architect team on certain topics that they have actually present during the summit itself. So I believe you have already attended some of the topics like for UX, for loosely coupled solutions, and also for the machine learning and SAP Leonardo portfolio. And last but not least, also the IoT solutions, how you can make use of that from SAP. Another new initiative that we have kicked off this year is the Code Camp. So I believe some of you have participated in this bite-sized sprint. So it's more on having a community, a virtual community, cross partners, cross organization, getting together, developers to cross-learn with each other. So Yatsi and myself, and also the solution architect team has created building blocks, how you can actually consume the knowledge easier. So we break down into simpler steps. So this is to actually curb the learning curve for developers to actually be daring to touch on new technologies and get a hands-on it. So for those who are new to this code camp, feel free to look into that or to engage us, and then we can tell you more information about it. Okay, so just to highlight what has been our successes on the SEEDx finalists for the past few rounds that we have ran. So in the first round when we ran it, there's actually 9 submissions across the different countries from Vietnam, China, Taiwan, and India. They have received a lot of submissions. So these solutions are more on the digitalized solutions for customers. And then we emerged with having three top solutions. Previous round that we have ran, we have actually have an amount of 15 submissions from APJ. And we start to see a trend that developers or partners starts to adopt more emerging technologies in their solution. Right, then we actually categorize them to the 5 finalists as from most innovative solution all the way to the best industrial 4.0 solution in different categories itself. And the SEEDx winners has actually had the opportunity to share about their solution and have their solution being showcased in the summit itself. So we really want to thank all the past participants, finalists, and winners who has giving us the support and also building solutions and pushing limits rather, and innovating always in this initiative. And I believe there's also the returns that your solution has been highlighted and also help you to go to the market and pitch it to your customers as well. So in the next moment, we actually have a partner in a call. They are actually from Pristine. They have actually won the challenge, development challenge for the past 2 rounds. And we'd like to have them to actually share with you. I believe there are a lot of new partners on board in this call. Maybe you are not very sure how to go about in this challenge. So maybe Pristine will actually share with you how to actually get started. And if you have any further questions, you also may ask Pristine as well. So, yep, Ruwanta, would you like to take over from here? Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Jacob. This is Ruwant from Pristine Solutions. And Ranil with me. He's our head of technology. So this is about our company. We started Business One on 2009 and started HANA on 2015. At the moment, we have 40 plus HANA clients and 150 plus Business One clients. Our IE journey started in design thinking session in November 2016 with Mr. Satish Kumar. From that day onwards, we working on that. So for the next slide. This is the first time in APJ Seed. We developed this billboard tracker. It's managed, we won first place. And the next year, 2019, we submitted 2 products. Then this AgriOne farm detector won the Best Innovative Award from this last year also. About our team, how we did is we got a sponsorship from the top management itself. They want us to participate this event and win something. So directors, senior management, and all staff involved to find some ideas and design thinking part and everything. They are the people who find ideas. So all business consultants and business analysts give you opportunity to present their ideas to us. We put a small event to get the best idea. We use 2-3 ideas, and we have a lot of with ourselves also at the moment also. So for the next slide. This is our team. This team was worked on for the Pristine Agri-One product. So this one won the last time. Yeah, this is. For that, when we get the ideas, so we had more than 20 plus ideas. We did a top 3 selections and put a hackathon. We did a hackathon overnight full night hackathon. Then we started development in that day onward. So using hackathon, we put team together and discuss about the technologies and everything. Then we started the hackathon, and that day onward, we continue that.
Hi everyone, I'm Ranil here, and the main focus is for the hackathon is we wanted to share our knowledge to our team and how to build easy way to using HANA technologies and how to use the HANA ID and all this stuff, and we share overnight and we spread our knowledge with them. And I think then only we can go for the new technology, and this is how we share our knowledge overnight using the hackathon. Then it will be very successful for us.
Yes, for next slide. As I said before, everyone involved for idea selection. Then only we can get innovative ideas. So all the team, we have 70 plus employees in our company. Everyone has a form. We distribute forms for everyone to put new ideas with use cases. So everyone involved. And for the architect and technology selections, we are new for that. In 2018, actually, we both are new for these technologies. And we got a big support from Jacob and Yatsi. So then only we can start this process. And this is some kind of, we have deadlines I remember the first one is around March 8 or something in 2018. We had a deadline, so we worked so hard days and nights, because when the submission days comes, we should improve our project and everything for the new technologies, and we are getting errors because we are new for that. So we work days and nights to finalize these tasks. And we always maintain our IA team. Nowadays also, we are always maintaining our IA teams with innovative ideas, with the huge pressure of clients also. We have a huge pressure on clients on traditional developments that clients wants, but we never stop our IE team for doing innovative tasks. After these 2 APG Seed awards, we managed to find a few clients for farm detector with Agri-One whole product. And because of this success, one of international apparel company offered us to do AI and ML project for doing their costing side for apparel industry. And for the after that, we won another award from this products also from National Best Software Quality Awards. And same product went to APICTA, Asia Pacific ICT Awards also. And it represents Sri Lanka as in media and entertainment category. So in this year after this award for Agri-One, we representing NBQ USA 2019 also. So I hope we can win this time also. Is there any question for us?
Sorry, this is Stefan. This is not a question, just a remark that also given on what you've been doing here. Thanks a lot to Pristine. I think we see a lot of interest from partners around the regions in general for these sort of solutions. So we hope, of course, that whatever is being learned here and when partners do this successfully, this can later on also be shared with others. And so again, thanks a lot for being a front runner here. that really helps us also in discussions about how we can use this with Business One. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pristine, Ranil, and Ruwanta for sharing your experience and also your success story on the SEEDx Development Challenge. That not only is a playground for you to develop your solutions, but it's a really great use case how you have actually organized it internally as well as a hackathon for your team to always keep leading at the edge of the innovation and also brainstorming and bringing your solution to the market as well. So well done for that.
Ruwanta, the question to you is how many person in your IE team, please?
It's a 6.
Six.
It's a
members.
6,
Six
except
members.
myself and Ranil.
So putting you together, it is 8-member team. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the question is from Mong. Yeah, thanks, Ruwanta.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we go into the more important part for this kickoff call is the development challenge details. So building on top of partners' adoption of IE journey, as I mentioned, run since last year all the way to, in the first half of this year as well on the initiatives that we have worked on. So it's also to be said that partners in APJ are ready to develop solutions for the intelligent enterprise. So let's take a look like how exactly we can do it. And also how can you participate as a partner itself? You can start to think about what innovation can you do with machine learning, Internet of Things, advanced analytics, blockchain, big data, AR or VR. So these are a few things that you have already seen in the news, also seen in the workshops that you have attended itself. So this slide actually shows what are some of the criteria metrics that we are looking out for as we run the validation calls based on your use case and also based on your development plans. And Yatsi and myself, we actually go through in details and also help you to refine as we go along based on your solution. So what we are looking out for is in your solution overall would be the readiness of your solution, and then whether your solution has the market potential. Is it being used by real customers? So that's something that's important as well when you develop a solution, not just only from the developer's perspective, but also you need to validate with the end user. And we also look into some of the value drivers, means to say, is there not just only technical values, but more on the functional side, whether it makes sense to bring business value to the end user, to the end customer, such as revenue, costs, and then efficiency. Is it saving time and effort? And also, is there any customer satisfaction? Of course, these values metrics we could also define as we go along. It's not restricted to these three, right? And then the mandatory part would be, of course, integrating back to either one or both solutions for the ERP for SMEs. And as I mentioned in the previous slide, those are the few list of technologies that your solution should adopt. Of course, not limited to these 7, right? And the platform that you are using is not also restricted to these 4. And we are not only limiting you to use SAP, which is SAP's proprietary cloud platform, but you are free to use any cloud platform or any hosting platform that would actually help you to achieve your IE solution. Okay. So this year we decided to introduce topic themes, or rather pillars, to categorize your solutions. So we came out with 3 different themes: industry disruptor, which is more of developing a vertical solution that you will be able to disrupt the market or the industry itself. And second would be the digital trailblazer. Is more on like harnessing the power of multiple technologies, basically coming together with a solution with multiple technologies, and will help the customer to grow their business intelligently. And one last, which is the most interesting one, and something which I will elaborate more later, is on the sustainability innovation, where how you can not only make use of emerging technologies on your solutions to support the customer business, but your solution will actually help make the world a better place. So there are actually many different ways you can go about it, depending on which industry and which focus. So later I will share more in details and also the use case for each of the topics, or rather the themes, so that you can understand further what do we really mean by these 3 themes. So when you submit or you register your idea or you start develop your solution, you can actually categorize it to which themes do you really want to focus on itself. Okay, so industry disruptor use case, I think most of y'all are already aware, like what does it really mean? Because, for example, Uber and Airbnb, they are the main disruptor ones, in the transport and the accommodation industry, or rather real estate. So some use cases that that we have put together from our past SEEDx portfolio would be, for example, Pristine has just now shared about their billboard tracker, which is disrupting the advertisement industry, and then the Agri one more towards the agriculture industry. And Innova actually has a solution called Smart Retail that actually disrupts the retail industry by using more on the machine learning and facial recognition, people counter and all. And Direct BSI from Philippines actually developed a real estate solution, so that actually disrupt their real estate industry as well. Okay. So in regards to the Trailblazer, we have Salient actually from Avanico, where they actually utilize multiple technologies to improve overall store performance, including sales, and then also bring across a better customer experience for their customers, and also to support the sales team better. So they use a lot of different technologies such as facial recognition, predictive analytics on the big data movement. So some of the business metrics that they achieve, so like feasibility, go green, and improve sales. So this is just an example on their solution itself, which you could read up more about it in our blogs, which later I will bring you all through there as well. So I'm just gonna briefly show the solution itself. So everything was being digitalized. And you can see on the video itself, there's also predictive analytics based on past orders to recommend for the customer what products to buy. So there's also feedback system, so it's all-rounded, where they're able to get feedback and also provide a gamification engine for the employees to always stay motivated. And yep, okay. Okay, so moving on, the next one would be the sustainability innovation. In this consumerism society, we realize that actually we are consuming the earth resources more than before. So actually SAP on our end internally, rather we have a vision to actually help the world run better and improves people's lives. So actually we strive to make the world better by creating, to solve most complex problems. So not just a global leader to actually support businesses, but it's way beyond economic success. So SAP actually has a pledge to to use extensive resources to make a positive global impact. So these are just 17 UN global goals that SAP is committed to help it. So one example that I would like to elaborate is more close to us, where I think most of us are aware of the plastic pollution. So this is a video just to show, like, SAP Leonardo team internally, they have actually got together with a few biggest customers from SAP, like Coca-Cola, Unilever, to brainstorm. So looking into the supply chain of plastic, such as producer, manufacturer, and retailers, and they really want to do something about it. So in this, there's one solution which is more of the reward system to incentivize consumers to make better buying decisions in the use of plastic. So for example, in this app, you can see that identify which products that they should buy and to choose instead of the others. So which is a more environmental friendly choice, and then they reward the customer based on that. And there's another solution is more on the one of the challenge is to see that consumers like us, we do not know how and where can we actually recycle products. So this solution actually provides you details by using machine learning to actually see this bottle where you can actually recycle it at. And then with this data has been collected back to the manufacturer. To help the waste manager to manage the waste better, to predict as well. So you can see it's a whole ecosystem, not just only the consumers, but also the retailers, the manufacturer. So this will actually help us to reduce on the use of plastic by supporting consumers, educating and be more aware, and how all of us can make a better buying decision as well. So this is one example on plastic pollution, on creating a sustainability solution, not just only for business. So we encourage all teams or partners to emphasize new ways of thinking, okay, to develop solution based on either one of these three pillars. Is how can you participate in this challenge itself? So firstly, you can just register idea here first. Of course, firstly, just get together, form a team, like what Christine has done, an IE team, Intelligent Enterprise team, to brainstorm ideas, can run internal design thinking session and things like that. So once you register, it's actually just a Google form where you can just fill in some details of your team and just briefly describe your solution in this itself. And then after that, Yasi and myself will actually run a validation call with you to validate your idea. Okay, and once validated, you can actually start development, of course. So this challenge actually starts from today all the way to November itself. So once you have completed your solution development, how do you submit? So first, you can produce a solution demo video. It's not more than 3 minutes, and it's not really a technical deep dive. So it's coming more from the user perspective. Okay. And then you can submit it as a SCM blog itself. So you can see that Yatsi has actually created a blog on the submission summary. So these are just few references that you can take a look. So taking, for example, for the farm detector, or rather Agri1 solution from Pristine. So they actually have a video and some solution details inside here that you can refer as a reference to. Right, then after that, we will internally select the top 3 submissions, right? And then the winning teams will actually have the certificate of participations, or rather the finalists as well. Then SAP ICC team, which is the certification team, will also offer the certification for the winning teams. And there will be marketing support from the SMB team, not just B1, but also for business by design as well. So further recognition and prizes to be won will be announced at a later stage as well. So call to action, brainstorm ideas within the organization, and you can look into collaboration with external parties as well, academic institution, and not to, yeah, and then register your ideas for SEEDx in the link itself. So after this call, we will send out the recording as well as the slide deck and some helpful links for you to refer back to. Okay, and participate in our arranged validation call with you. Yep, so that's about it for the SEEDx Development Challenge. So as of now, do you all have any questions regarding this year's challenge that you would like to clarify with Yasin and myself or anyone here in the call? You may feel free to write in the chat box, or you can actually unmute yourself and speak to us.
When is the idea registration deadline?
The registration deadline will be a month after from today, which is September 22nd. Basically, more details of these deadlines will be announced to you at the follow-up calls, and also after this call itself, we will send a summary email on the deadlines.
The question is, we should develop it as an add-on, or also should it be compatible with HANA and SQL both?
HANA, we having the service layer, but for Circode, you may heard about service layer is one of the product roadmap for SQL, but as of today, it's still work in progress. So from the last two round of the development challenging, so we are more likely, let's say, if you're using SQL, of course you can build some kind of a RESTful OData service by yourself using any kind of a web API or other technology, RESTful technology. And then, so the main principle, the main architecture we want to adopt here, it's loosely coupled, so-called loosely coupled. So means, so we treat the ERP here, business one, or by design, as a black box. It doesn't really matter it's a B1 or by design here. And then you should have in your solution, they just having the minimum integration via the HTTP connection or via the HTTP protocol, something like that, to do the integration, to create a place to order or in the transaction side. So we would like to adopt such kind of a cloud approach and loose couple, and then even ERP agnostic approach in this case. Okay, so this is something in general as architecture guideline for the development challenging here. So of course we need to make it very clear. So we are not going to if you are create some kind of add-on by SDK. Sorry, no. If you create some kind of a solution based on a B1I to do the integration, system integration, no. We want to using some kind of a cloud technology, and then for connecting, for integrating with the business one using service layer, or you can create your own RESTful API by yourself. In this case for SQL. Thank you.
Thank you, SE. Okay, hope it answers your question. Yeah, the main focus is also on the technology pieces. Yeah, to include those emerging tech in your solution. For the question on should be cloud compatible,
I think one of the key technical requirement criteria here is should be you should be having the solution deployed on cloud. So as you mentioned, in one of the slides, then we listing the cloud platform you can using SAP Cloud Platform, and you can using Azure, or you can using Google Cloud Platform or AWS as well. So I think I would say that we were more focused to have your application application running on cloud. That was the first option. And then for your application, if they want to connect to business one by design, okay, go service layer, go web service, and go OData as well. And then of course, if you want to having some kind of, if you would like to put intelligence onto your solution, and you can using machine learning foundation from SAP Cloud Platform, or maybe some kind of a computer vision API from Google Cloud Platform or from Azure. That's pretty much this kind of service or IoT service. They're pretty much available on one cloud. So that's what we aim to build some kind of a intelligent solution, and then leveraging the new technology, the cutting edge technology like that Jacob has mentioned, machine learning, in Internet of Things, and chatbot and conversational AI, and advanced analytics, so on and so forth. Okay, so this more, come on, it's a development challenge. It's supposed to be having more about innovation, how to adopt this kind of cutting edge technology into our into the industry here. Okay, for us, we're more focused on the innovation.
Thank you so much, Atsi, for that. Okay, so is there any other question regarding this challenge?
There's another question about the timeline for the submission of solution.
Yep, we have stated it's August to November. So for exact timelines, we will announce it state in the email after this call with the recording and the slide deck. I believe most of y'all who have attended our workshops, we are actually using the Slack group more for communication for the challenge or the initiative that we have always been running. And also it's like an instant messenger app. So it's currently there's 360 plus developers all across the world. So if any topic, you can also follow up over here as well on subsequent questions if you are not asking now. So we can follow up with you. If not, you can always drop us an email. Feel free to ask us regarding this challenge. Okay, so with that, we will close this call. Thank you, everyone. Good luck and all the best.